this next topic. It involves a Tejano. Look, Virgil's team says, heck no, we're not fighting Boots in January or anytime soon, because Boots' team said that they had something going already in January. So Virgil's team came out de volada and said, we're not doing anything now or later. What do you think about all that mess, Mile High? Are we even going to see this fight ever? I mean, is this ever going to happen for us? Or are we just going to see this back and forth and it never happening? I mean, Virgil's already 27. We got to see something from him. As far as a big fight.
I don't know, man. I don't know if Boots is just trying to promote himself. There's been a lot of back and forth. There's been a lot of talks about him backing out of fights, him doing this with more than one fighter. You know what I mean? Having a verbal agreement and then uh, not wanting to step up to the plate. So I don't know. He's definitely needs to step up in competition. You know, it's time for him. You know, I like him. I think he's a good fighter. I think he's but a lot of his guys are sold on him. Like he's the next second coming. Like he could whoop Crawford. He's got to prove that still, man. He's got to get in there. You know, Crawford doesn't gain nothing from fighting him, and Virgil, I don't know if Virgil, gets anything from fighting him. He's moving up into Virgil's weight class. You know what I mean? Virgil, I believe, is already champion at that weight. So Virgil needs to focus on all the guys who are holding the belts. You know, he's got bigger, fish to fry. Like, hey, let's get a couple more of these belts, and I control everything. He's definitely already the A side. So this might just be jockeying for money and probably trying to catch a buzz to see where the fight's at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, Chris. Boots' pops is saying we got chingazos. We're ready to go. And Virgil's dad saying, no, we don't got no chingazos. Nothing is on paper. We're not going to fight now or soon. I mean, what do you think of all this? Who do you believe?
It's 50-50, but I gotta disagree a little bit with Mount High in certain things, because let's not forget Boots was at least a unified champion in the division. You get what I'm saying? But I do disagree with Boots trying to get a tune-up, considering he was a unified champion in the division. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you want to make a fight with a guy like Vergil Ortiz, I thought the perfect match for him was the common opponent, Sergey Bohachuk. I thought that was the perfect fight for him. You don't got to get a title fight, but fight a guy in the top 10, maybe even in the top 7. Fighting a guy outside the top 15, when, like, that's cool if you were just moving up with, you were not a champion in the weight. But, when you're a unified champion, I think at minimum coming up to the next weight class should at least be a former champ or at least a respectable contender. And a couple things haven't been the best for him business-wise. Like, I don't know. Some things he's won about it wrong business-wise, but I still believe it, because if I'm not mistaken, him and Vergil are the same age. Definitely. So it's not too far apart. And I feel like so far, Boots has had the better accoladed career. Vergil has a bit of more star power. But Boots hasn't, to be honest, to me, he hasn't disappointed me. He's just done some questionable business tactics, and I want him to grab his career by the neck, and you just live and die on your own choices. But I definitely did not like the whole tune-up, Josh Kelly, Rashidi Ellis thing. A guy of his caliber, I don't believe he should be taking a guy under his star status, moving up into a new weight division. As for Vergil, let's see what champion can he get. It's gonna be hard for him to get. I don't at 154, considering 2 of the belts are with the PBC. It's gonna be hard for anybody to get a shot at any of those guys. Just considering business wise, not even ranking wise, any of those things. I really think Mortazayev and Sebastian Fondora, trying to get any of those 2 guys in the ring business wise is gonna be hard.
It is going to be tough, David. Boots Pops is saying, hey, man, January, pull up, dog. And Virgil's dad saying, chalucas, I ain't doing none of that, and not anytime soon. Do you take that as fear in Ortiz's team, or what is it? Who do you believe? They say these guys, they say, both sides say they're lying. Who do you believe?
So actually, bro, that's not the way I heard it. It was like Eddie Hearn was saying that they have an agreement in place. Nothing's been signed. Boots apparently signed an agreement that after his next tune-up, Vergil Ortiz will be in early 2026. But he said, Hearn said this, Vergil on their side, they have yet to formally agree to it, but we've talked with Golden Boy. And they said that everything's been agreed to more or less, right? It's just a loose agreement, basically a handshake.
Right.
And the problem is Vergil Sr. is saying, hey, man, nobody talked to me. And then Vergil's manager, Rich Merigian, whatever that dude's name.
Yeah.
That vato jumped in too. He said, hey, there is no agreement unless I'm at the table. He wrote a long tweet about it. So like Vergil's side is getting all up in arms, right? But that doesn't mean that talks didn't take place. It's possible that Hearn and maybe Oscar De La Hoya or Eric Gomez or somebody from Golden Boy sat down and said, yo, let's outline the terms. What is something that we can bring to these guys that they might agree to? So that's probably what happens. Just a loose agreement, loose talks, right?
Yeah.
But it does sound like Vergil's team is going to play hardball if they do come together and start negotiating. They're going to say, hey, man, we tried to fight Boots 2 times and they turned us down both times. And you know what's going to be the problem is both of those times were under Turki Al-Sheikh. Turki Al-Sheikh was going to pay them money for those 2 fights. Do you think Vergil's going to want to expect that same deal, right?
Yeah.
These talks aren't happening with Turki Al-Sheikh, bro. So that price point that they might have had during those first 2 talks is not going to be the same price point.
It probably won't.
That might be where there might be some issues, man. But I do think that fight needs to happen.
I don't think we need Turki Al-Sheikh for this fight, considering one guy's with Eddie Hearn and one guy's with Golden Boy.
No. But that's not what I'm saying, though, Chris. I'm saying Turki Al-Sheikh was involved in those first talks. That was Turkey money. Turkey money ain't everybody else money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's going to be Matchroom and Golden Boy that have to foot the bill for these talks.
Hey, Oscar's got some cash.
He got cash, bro. No doubt about it. He don't got turkey money. He doesn't have turkey money.
Oh, nobody does at this point, man. He's overpaying. But with the whole TKO thing, his agenda is coming true now. He wants to give basically fighters a base pay. So we're gonna see, man. It's gonna be a lot of promotional things going on, man. But let's see how it goes, man. I think it should happen, but I don't know. Do you want Boots in there right away? Should you let somebody get a belt, make the fight more meaningful, or do you just want to send 2 young guys to duke it out? Either or, people want to see the fight, whether there's belts involved or not. Obviously, belts make a fight more marketable for things, but give us a squabble, man. Why not? Give us a squabble. I don't see why not.
Looks like we have Turkey in the house or something.
Turkey's here, man. Go check him out. Turkey, get back.
Yo,
Go back.
I hated what he did after the Subriel Matias and Alberto Puello fight. Because I'm thinking business wise. Remember, this is
because nobody wants to see that guy Dalton Smith.
This is before Tank's issues came out that he got arrested again, right? So in my head, I'm like, okay, if Alberto Puello wins this fight, they're gonna make him unify with Gary Antoine Russell on a Tank undercard. It was gonna be all championship fights. It was gonna be Scooter moving up to 130 to fight Oshaki Foster, a unification bout between Gary and Alberto Puello, and the rematch between Tank and Roach. That was really PBC's plan. Tank gets arrested. Puello loses the belt. They don't want to give him a rematch clause on top of that. He has a rematch clause because I spoke to Puello. He's in New York for the Dominican Day Parade. I spoke to him. And he's like, I have a rematch clause, but they kind of want to pay me a step aside for the rematch. He's like, I'm about to do just what Wilder did. I'm about to just go to court, and they're going to give him a date. And if not, they're just going to have to, So either way, it's a lot of things going on. I feel like a lot of things with Turkey Al-Sheikh are starting to see, like, he has the money, but he's lacking a lot of things. Like, I was on his boat, but I feel like he's lacking a lot of things just because you got money, you're missing. Like, Canelo Crawford hasn't had no type of promotion. Like, no type of promotion, no all access, nothing. How you don't have, you get what I'm saying? Like, you got to sell fights. Like, and maybe if this fight was at the T-Mobile Arena, then you can say people are going to come. But when I'm going to be there, don't get me wrong, but to try to sell 55,000, we don't even have an undercard yet. And the fight's basically a month away. A lot of things are going on, man. I feel like he's got to get it together. The money doesn't mean you have everything because a lot of these guys have the experience. So let's see, man. Let's see. I feel like 2026, we'll really see what he's about when the dust clears. I feel like the dust will clear a little bit after the Canelo fight. We kind of see